Hello there! Welcome back to another stream. Let's make sure we're up and running. And YouTube isn't trying to get us to manually press the button this time. And, oh, this isn't new. Yeah, you know what? Let's set a goal as well for this stream. Hopefully we can get some more polls as well. But today, I've got Simba. Look what they've done to my boy Simba. Got the Mufasa shirt as well. Had to match up. They got a sticker over the top. Hello there. Hello there. Hello there. Hello there. Welcome. Hello. All right. Good to see we're going. A lot of Mando stuff today. I think we get straight into it, crack open the set and start talking about the Mando trailer. I got a comment. I'm trying to keep on top of comments. Not doing too good a job, am I? But we're getting there. A War of the Worlds tripod. Ooh, very similar to the Spider Droid of Star Wars, but only 3 legs. That would be a really good build to do. War of the Worlds. I have read the book. I've seen the movie. Which movie did I see? I haven't seen the series. I know there was a series a few years ago. I saw the movie of it though. And I saw the stage play with Liam Neeson on stage. Didn't go, but I did see a recording of it. I watched that. That was good. I think that and the book probably got me into War of the Worlds. Because isn't there a sequel as well? I feel like there's a second part to that. Hello there! Favourite adaptation was the one made by The Asylum. I can't say I'm familiar with who's been making them. The screenplay was really initial release 2005. Yes, so this is the movie I think I've seen. This seems to be it. Is it up on YouTube for free? The Asylum movie channel, Empire Motion Pictures. The Asylum movie trailer also have a compilation of all 6 attack scenes. There's probably more than 6. And they've also got War of the Worlds 2, The Next Wave. Wait, that's the one that has the sequel. There's a sequel movie to it? I might have to watch that version then. Didn't realise that's up on YouTube. Is that free to watch as well? Yeah, it seems to be. Alright, let's save that to my watch later. Mediocre CGI. I was speaking with my mum actually. She loves a load of the sci-fi movies, Sharknado. I said about cracking this thing open and never cracked it open. Let's build as we talk. Yeah, my mum loves a lot of the Sharknado sort of sci-fi movies. But I feel like with movies that don't have the best CGI, top tier CGI, their stories have got to carry it. Like War of the Worlds, the script carries it because of how good the story is. Can't say I've watched Sharknado, but I know a few people have watched it. A few people who have watched it, and they think the storyline's pretty interesting. Imagine Sharknado or any of those sci-fi movies. I mean, there's been a few of those as well. They're franchised with Marvel budget, Star Wars budget. It'd be insane. It'd be crazy. Don't need the book. Anything special in here? Seems to just be the regular build. I'm going to use the digital instructions, clear up the desk a little bit. Saves having these around. Not even anything special at the back. Just a few other Disney sets. Don't think I'll be picking up any of these. But I did pick up Simba in a really good sale January. I have 1, 2, 3... and 4 looks to have the side builds. Maybe there's another one. Oh look, we got the orange slices in bag 2. There we go. I think I did think, what did I do on War of the Worlds? Because that's a H.G. Wells novel. That's the same person who wrote The Time Machine. Oh, that's probably why I read War of the Worlds. I did a piece on The Time Machine on time travel. That was for one of my extended project qualifications. Little presentation on time travel, timey-wimey. Got there before Tony Stark did with the Avengers. And let me just say, I kind of said the same thing with less scientific words and, you know, less money thrown at the project. Let's get it sorted. I like this, especially having the map. I wouldn't mind making one of those tripods. War of the World tripods. It is just a giant spider droid. It depends on the interpretation you take. And I guess the legs are a bit further in. What would go really well for this isn't a build as such, but a mech. A mech from War of the Worlds would look awesome. Like Doc Ock arms sort of tentacles coming down. Then you've got that main head. That's like some ship from Alien Conquest. The head of that. Maybe it could split off, be its own UFO. You've got like the little Technic connector for the legs as well. Maybe give it some arms. Because I feel like War of the Worlds, they had a lot of lasers barraging down, and a lot of smashing, crushing, and you need some arms to be able to swing those around. I don't think I'll be able to sort this out perfectly. They don't make movies like they used to. Before we get into Mando, I have started this a bit early, so I'll wait for a few people to roll in. Still didn't have the Ninjago anniversary minifigure display set at the Lego store, and no parts on BAM. Leicester Square has a beautiful array. I'm hoping to get that video out tomorrow. Yep, back at the Lego store. I know we've just been. Stay tuned for that video. And oh, their parts. It's worth watching the video just to see the clip of their BAM section. Probably the best BAM section I have ever laid my eyes on. And that's no exaggeration. It genuinely is that good. it's something. It's crazy how neat it was. Well, at the start of the day, got messed up pretty quickly, but it was good. Just keep restocking and restocking. When do I stop sorting and when do I start building? Once I've done, maybe. Leicester Square, the one opposite M&M World, that's the one. Their BAM section, I mean, it was like, it was like a week ago, so maybe. That one day though, they restocked them that day, and oh, it went. It went. There were so many people there. Thankfully, not adults. I have heard so many stories of adults just like boxing up a load of parts. Be checking Leicester Square's BAM in like a week and a half. That was me. That was me praying that, because we went to the Lego store in January, but I was hoping so badly that if Stratford didn't have any, that would be my chance to pick them up, Leicester Square. Thankfully, Stratford come through, as it always do. But if not, I would not have. I mean, I would have got them at Leicester Square, but oh, it was carnage. It was crazy. Wait, one Technic brick and one of these ball joints. It's so random. Nothing to connect them to. I suppose it's in the next couple bags. And a few of the smaller ball joint connectors. They must be for the smaller limbs. And then the towel's probably the Technic pin. I don't know how Simba's towel is done. I haven't looked into this set too much since picking it up. It is a set I initially wanted. I guess I never looked into it too much. Look at that. Oh, got some more parts in my hand. I almost forgot. Same. The Lego store's always on the way, but the one on the way never has the bits you need, does it? Pick them up all at once. Look at that. Beautiful. Anyway, we were speaking of small movies. I went to see Iron Lung. How many people in chat know about Iron Lung? I'd be interested in seeing that. That's poll worthy. Let's go. Do you know or have you seen? Have you heard of? Let's see. Just the typical yes, no. Maybes. I think maybes is a yes. If it rings a bell, it's a yes, you know. Heard of, don't think it's your kind of movie. It's a very like psychological horror. I still feel like horror is not the right word. It's very psychological though. Haven't seen it yet, but hoping to find the time to. I loved it. As far as movies go, I could only compare it to, well, coming out the cinema, right? We went there, it was only on the latest showing at View Cinemas UK, which happy that they had it, because they were charging quite reasonable ticket prices, just under a tenner. Most cinemas were charging like 15, 16 quid, which on top of costs to get there, you know, that's what I pay for Disney Plus every single year, for everyone's tickets and for the travel. I could get a year's subscription to Disney Plus. I think some cinemas are digging themselves a hole. Odeon used to be good. Over lockdown, they like half their ticket prices. And I think that was weekdays. View's the same though. Going in the bag. No, let me out. It's all good unless the audio's playing out and about. Yeah, I loved Iron Lung. I did watch the game and a bit of the lore before it, and it was really good. Coming out the cinema, I know I went back to start, but we're skipping to after the movie now. We ran. Oh, you've got to hear this. So we go into the movie, watch it, nice and chill. View says it's a 2 hour 7 movie, so it finishes at 2 hours and 7 minutes later, forgetting the fact that they don't include ads. So they told us the wrong time, and we're like, oh, that's calm, you know, 20 something minutes until our bus, and penultimate bus of the night, one more bus running afterwards. So the movie finishes, credits roll, and we're like, oh, what's the time? 5 minutes. No, we got there 3 minutes. So it must have been about 8-9 minutes until our bus is due. And we bolt out that cinema. Don't even get to watch the credits. Thankfully, someone on YouTube had uploaded just the credits. None of the clips or that. So we did get to see through the credits, the images at the end. That was a lovely touch. But we ran for a bus that then didn't show. There you go. It was 9 minutes. 9 minutes till our bus. We got there 3 minutes early after running to the station. 15 minutes go by. No bus. Nothing shows up. And we're waiting like the other buses are pulling in, go in. Our bus doesn't show up. We check the times again. Turns out they cancelled that one. But not only did they cancel that one, they cancelled the next one, which was the last bus, which meant we had to wait. I think the next bus was 7-8 hours later. So it was 8 hours overnight in a place nowhere near where we live. Thankfully, we got picked up. We got picked up. Shout out to my mum for picking me up, picking us all up, and made it back. Had a nice cuppa. Don't know what we would have done, but it was worth it to see that movie. If they do stick around, maybe with the popularity of the first week, because I hear it was #1 movie in America, #1 movie in like most of the world for at least a day, and viewership wise, beat every other movie in the week. That was crazy. Hello there, Mark. Just talking about Iron Lung. If you haven't seen it and you enjoyed the game, I would recommend the movie. It's different to the game in the sense that like Percy Jackson was different to the books. That, and coming out the cinema, all right, I've mentioned this 3 times now. I related it to Violent Night. The first time we saw Violent Night in cinema, it felt like that. Very rarely can you go see a movie that's on something new and it works. It's good. And Iron Lung is one of those movies. So if you're wondering about seeing it, yeah, I would recommend it. Obviously supports a independent movie as well, which Violent Night weren't exactly an indie movie, I don't think. Iron Lung, based on the game Iron Lung, great movie, highly recommend. Had a great time as well. View Cinema. Damn, the seats in View. The seats. Since when was everyone sat in VIP? That's probably why they've got so expensive. Everyone's in these comfy seats. Not like the old seats I remember back like 15 years ago. We're not going back too far. But view 15 years ago, damn, that was uncomfortable. But they were comfy seats, and then VIP seats got to recline. So, you know, extra leg room, and I'd fall asleep. I'd fall asleep watching it. Hello there. Thank you for subscribing. Yeah, great movie. If I had to score it out of 10, I would say, out of 10, like an 8.9. Almost a 9 out of 10. I don't think there's much to improve. I do feel like it takes a hit for not being a franchise. I saw Ed Sheeran's review saying he wants more of it, and I feel like more would be good, but if they explain anything from the first movie, it would sour it. So I don't want to see more of the first movie, but if we could get a video game verse, same thing with Sony and Marvel. They're in the same worlds, they don't clash, that sort of thing. If we could get a video game verse similar to what PlayStation I feel like we're trying to set up, then that would be good. That would be good. But that leads us on to Mando. Who's seeing Mando? So 60% of people know about the movie. Damn, that's a decent majority. Do know the feeling of the bus not showing. Yeah, it's it's either one or the other. When we were waiting for the bus, saying about the getting there early and the bus already is pulling away. When we were getting the bus, there was the previous bus not going to where we needed. It was early, and it was, I mean, it was like 10 minutes early. You're not talking a few minutes, 10 minutes early. And as it pulls away, there's a couple that come up to the bus stop wanting that bus. But the next one was delayed, which fair enough. Sometimes, like a few minutes go past, they're not waiting too long. And a second bus pulls in. The light comes around the corner and then just indicates out of the bus lane. The bus lane's got its own set of lights. It can go straight through. There's only one way you can go on that road, and it's just going to continue till the next bus stop where it has to pull in again. It actively avoids them. I don't know why. I don't know if there's history that I am missing out on. It swerves out, indicates out, goes, waits at the other traffic lights that are red because it's not in the bus lane anymore, and then when they hit green just goes. Bus drivers are crazy. Either one end or the other. There's no in between. This is so satisfying having sorted it. I feel like the build's going to be a bit quicker, but also time we save in the build, we're probably spending on decorating these, so that'll be alright. Oh, and that's how the legs clip in, isn't it? Because you've used these a bit extra. I feel like these middle pieces, they used them in the Gauntlet, in the Fang Fighter. I think a few Star Wars sets have had these. Maybe even like UCS Slave 1 might have had a few of these. Because they're not a cheap piece. Although they've been included in like City Polybags and a load of cheap sets. But in abundance in some of the bigger sets. But they're a very extra piece. Why not two 2x4 plates? There's no benefit to having them. You get dust in between them over time. Awkward to clean. Subway cookies. Oh, at least you've got some entertainment till the bus arrives. Am I able to just flick on the keyboard? Make sure I'm not switching chat. And this is the underbelly of Simba. Besides the colour, it does not feel like we're building Simba here. Alright, next question. I'll tell you what, let me make sure to close this poll, otherwise I'm never going to remember it. And hopefully that keeps it in the chat replay. I haven't tried that out yet. Alright. If I don't do anything, does yes and no default? Hopefully so. Yes, it does. Yes or no is up there by default. Simba has had a few cookies. Oh, cookies are definitely entertainment. Yes. If they entertain you, they are entertainment. I count them. Are you watching Mando and Grogu in cinemas? Obviously, because it's only in cinemas May 20th or something. I've got the date jotted down. I just don't remember it. Another piece. This 1x4 with 2 studs. Unless we need it later on, that's such an extra piece to include when you're covering all 4 studs. Maybe it makes it easier to break down. I don't know if I will be breaking down this Simba though. I want to keep this one built. Yes? 100% yes so far. Love to see it. Because that's what I was thinking of. Mando and Grogu, like I'm paying for Disney Plus, and cinema tickets are pretty pricey. Obviously, I do want to go see it in cinema. You can't beat that experience. We don't have a get up similar to that. In fact, I'd probably be sat here and watching it if I didn't go to the cinema. But it's that first viewing premium, isn't it? You're paying to see it in cinema before it gets spoiled, and I do think that is important. I do think movies have kind of capitalized on it. After a week, Star Wars starts posting a lot of spoiler scenes, so if you don't see it in the first week, you can almost guarantee that it will be spoiled. And I think the Mando movie, I don't want the Mando movie spoiled for anyone, but I also feel like Mando movie's gonna be quite a like Last Jedi, quite a controversial movie, I do think, because I've got to laugh. I've seen so many people come out, and like quite big Star Wars creators or people that are affiliated with Star Wars for a brand deal or something, and just say how bad the trailer was. I don't know what they were watching, but they're trying to rage bait in 2026. That don't work this year. People are over it. People don't care about rage baiting. If you don't like the Mando trailer, bold claim. And by the way, everyone in chat is excluded from this. You can have your own opinions about the trailer. Anyone watching this video, anywhere, any time, you can have your own opinions. But everyone else, if you don't like the trailer, don't like you. Simple as that. It's a bold claim. If you publicly come out and say, nah, I don't like this, I don't know what you're expecting. You shouldn't have said it. You should, like, bad reviews exist for a reason. But a Super Bowl trailer at that. It was paying homage to no spoilers for the Mando trailer thing. I'm just gonna give my opinion on it. But yeah, go watch it. It's a good one. It doesn't spoil anything for the movie, I don't think. Where's this bump? Is this like the top of the belly? No. Oh, they've built like a belly and shoulders into it. Oh, I thought it was just going to be like create a chunk. Okay. Okay, that's quite nice. Let me organise bag 2 while I talk. Hot takes, I know. Don't like the trailer. Don't like you. Get out of here. No, I said, chat, I said that you were an exception to the rule. But yeah, I do think a lot of people have come out just to say it because it used to be popular. How many creators got popular over the controversial, like, sequel trilogy or Rogue One or Solo takes? Because even Rogue One, at the time of Rogue One coming out, it wasn't a popular movie. I don't think it was. At least on the internet side. A lot of people liked it, and same with the sequels. The sequels now, so many people speak positively about it because it's no longer popular to hate on it on social media. Which is going to be every Star Wars project till the end of time. People are going to be hating on it. It's what the internet does. It's what the internet's good at. So the internet can keep on chugging. But yeah, it pays homage to older Super Bowl trailers. I think they did that really well. I then looked up a little bit about the history because I don't know. I'm not interested in Super Bowl. I'm not interested in NFL. Why would I sit there for hours to watch a few ads that I pay on other subscriptions to avoid. Again, Disney Plus, not sponsored by Disney Plus, should be. How many times I've spoken about it, but I pay to not have ads. Why would I watch a sport program that solely has ads? I'm not big on trailers either. Movie trailers are different. But most of the trailers that were shown, when I went to see Iron Lung, we got shown longer versions of the trailer. Star Wars put out their trailer before Super Bowl had even kicked off. On Star Wars UK, I think Star Wars official channel, Worldwide Star Wars, posted it a few minutes later. Oh, Simba's brain! Simba's got a brain. Nice, just like the brickheads. Just like the simulations. Yeah, Super Bowl was... I know my brother likes Super Bowl. I think this was his third Super Bowl that he was watching. It's not a big thing in the UK, so, you know, third Super Bowl is quite a commitment. And he was saying he stayed up all night to watch it. And it was like just a decent game. So any of you that did stay up just to watch the trailers or that, I do feel for you. Is quite, if you're not in the US, it's quite a time to stay up for. But yeah, even what was the other thing? Super Mario. I think they showed the full trailer at Super Bowl, but that got posted. Minions then posted an extended trailer after the fact. They had like a TV spot. That's what I noticed as well. As an outsider, a lot of the Super Bowl adverts that I've seen in years past have been full-on adverts, you know, a couple minutes long. This year, I watched a compilation of a load of the bigger ones, and a lot of them were like 30-40 second TV spots, or like barely scraping a minute. And I don't know what that's about. But if you're paying, they have to pay. They don't get paid. Performers don't get paid to fill up the time. Ads have to pay anyway, so that makes sense. But the main performers get paid in exposure. Oh yeah, watch the halftime performance as well. That was pretty cool. Immediate opinion, feels like a cutscene from a Jedi game. It does. It does. Oh, it does. Kestis sat on like the spammel with Merrin, and there's like some voice line before you go off adventuring. Yeah, I want that to be in a game now. We had a Mando game that was leaked years ago. Did anyone else see the footage for that Mando game that came out before Boba? And then one of the, because there was like 2-3 clips, and one of the clips, as far as I can remember, was exactly the same as one of the scenes in Boba when he's like jumping about and Fennec swinging around. I'm sure that scene was pulled straight from the Mando game. Maybe that's what it was, because I watched Doug Chang was on Tested like this morning. They posted a video and I watched through that. Love Doug Chang's work with Star Wars. One of the to call him a designer just sort of underlies everything. He's done a lot of work outside of Star Wars as well, both with and without ILM. But they were talking about how they have these digital prototypes almost. So they design something and Doug Chang does a lot of the art for it, and then he can step into the Razor Crest, which started off as a drawing. That's magical. That is... Imagine drawing something and being able to then step inside the drawing. Crazy. Haven't had a new Star Wars film since 2019. True. Yeah, it's been a while. So cinema is going to be completely different atmosphere, different experience. The kids that grew up liking the sequels and didn't have a voice now have a pretty strong voice in Star Wars. And I think Mando's balanced the generations well in terms of older, younger, but a pretty good balance. I know there's a few family members and friends that really like some of the Star Wars stuff but couldn't get into Mando. So it's not for everyone, but everyone that has liked Mando, it's not like Force Awakens, Last Jedi, people expecting something and seeing something different. There's 3 series of Mando now, so everyone knows what to expect. By this point, I think most people know if they like it or not. And there'll be some people that just get free tickets to the cinema and will be using those on Mando. But this orange doesn't look orange on screen. This looks medium dark flesh, I think Lego call the colour. It does actually. Maybe it's the monitor. No, because the orange looks orange. The orange is orange. Or the light orange. So many oranges. This light orange is definitely orange. The yellow is yellow. But this looks like a dark flesh. Doesn't look like a bright orange. Which it is. Definitely bright orange. And what? That goes on there. So behind on Star Wars at the moment. I was so excited to be catching up. And I'm so behind on everything else. I am way behind. But I'm trying to keep up with some of the books. I'm not reading them all, but I'm trying to keep up with the stories of the books. Because there's a few new books that I really want to read coming out. And I haven't even started. That's crazy as well. I don't think I'm ever going to be ahead with Star Wars. I have read the first chapter of the very first High Republic book. And by the time I finished that, they announced another 4 books. So I went back to reading through the Thrawn books and whatever else I was reading at the time. And I haven't read a single High Republic book yet. Besides that first chapter. That's the head. That's why we got the eyes. Aha. Yeah, I was excited to be ahead of the comics at least. With the Maul comic coming out in March. Because I thought, okay, 5 issues. That takes us up to a few days after the first episode. And then it turns out that the Maul comics are coming out monthly. So by the time the 3rd prequel Maul Shadow Lord, for those of you that don't know, Maul Shadow Lord's coming out with a prequel comic series, which is introducing a few characters, separate from the TV show, but it will tie in, it will relate a little bit. Probably a few Easter eggs. They've worked closely with the people that have written the show. So there's definitely going to be a little tie-in, but nothing too major. And turns out, when the final episode of Maul comes out, we're gonna get issue 3 of 5 of the magazine, and yeah, they're not coming out at the same time, which is crazy. I thought the comic series was meant to build up to the series, but they've chosen to release them monthly. If only we could get early access. They need a Marvel subscription to get these comics on time. Because after Maul comes out, I'm going to be focused on Mando. And March, April, May, June, July. July is 4 months after the Maul series starts to come out. 3 months after it's finished. I'm going to be over it at that point. I don't think I'm going to be as interested in... Well, Maul Shadow Lord I'm still going to be very interested in, looking out for the next animation to be announced. But especially the orange segments. Especially when it comes to the comic series, I'll probably just find someone who's covering it. Don't know about picking them up and reading them myself. They're literally like £3 a piece. I think that's awesome from comics. I've bought so many Star Wars comics over the years. Especially at uni, I went through a phase of reading comics instead of books. Just because they were easier to flick through. And I could stop at any point. We made a worm! We made a worm, chat! Cold hands, you need gloves. Just like Mando. Just finished binge watching the Larry Sanders Show from the 90s. The Ben Stiller Show. Mr. Show with Odenkirk. The others as well. That's a lot of shows. No wonder why you're behind with Star Wars. Thankfully, we've not had a lot come out with Star Wars, and there was a master list If you have a little look on the Star Wars Leaks Reddit, there's a master list of different things coming out. Mando Grogu, Shadow Lord Maul, that's April. Oh, April 6th. May 22nd is Mando Grogu, and then 9th Jedi animated series later this year, and Ahsoka. That's it. All 4 projects, and that is it for 2026. So unless there's like another announcement, I don't think they'll announce anything for this year. So 4 projects from Star Wars. The problem is Marvel building up to Doomsday. It looks like a Tsum Tsum. It does. Let me finish the head. And that's a Lego Tsum Tsum. A little plush version. It's Tsum Tsum. It is. It's like no arms, no legs, a little towel, a little bean bag with a character head on. Disney have done so many of them. You always see them at Disneyland, Disney World. I saw an article yesterday about Disneyland or Disney World Orlando closing down. And I didn't click it, but I think they're only closing down like a water park. I don't think they're closing down. They tried to bait me. I'm not in Orlando. I don't need to know. But I heard someone talking about it afterwards. That's a Tsum Tsum. It's a Tsum Tsum worm. If you cut it off here, that's a Tsum Tsum. Remember they showed the last 2 episodes of season 3 of Mando in cinemas because you tried to convince your mum to call in sick at school to see it. 10 a.m. was crazy for those. Not in the UK. I don't know if they rolled them out eventually, but in the UK, I only remember Doctor Who having its finale in cinema because they've done that with a few Disney Plus shows. Didn't they do it with Clone Wars as well? Didn't Clone Wars season 7 or maybe Bad Batch, didn't that go to the cinema? There's been a few Disney shows, but a lot of them have just been America. That would be... what an experience to see those in cinema. Especially for people that haven't seen a lot of the previous Star Wars content in cinema. That's not where the head goes. Ah. So close, but yet so far. No brain. Wait, did we place the brain inside already? Oh yeah, brain's in there. It's me that's got no brain. One-eyed Simba. Swap an eye out for a patch. Look how cute that is. That's cool. That is cool. That's really cool, actually. And then a little tough hair. For the future king. It's not symmetrical. They get away with this one. Because it's over to one side. Could be symmetrical if you want to give Simba a mohawk. And then the tail. There's our Simba Tsum Tsum. Only like 10-15 participate cinemas. Oh, in Manchester. That was... oh. That's quite good. Yeah, I remember having a look when they announced it. Same with A New Hope next year. I had a little look when they announced that. But at the time of them announcing it, there weren't any UK cinemas. Well, there might have been one up north, but none near London. Did I miss something here? Because I have 2 tiles that shouldn't be spare. I tell you what, I don't need to go back. I think they're in here because we've got these studs exposed off the bracket. Does it hold the ear if we flip them in? Oh, we need to pull off the eye as well. And then fold the ear. Yeah, it holds the ear in. Gives it a little wiggle. Still an orange slice. And then same with this one. I suppose you don't need the tiles to stop the ears going flat, maybe. Yeah, there we go. A 1x2 plate would keep the ears solid. Let's see if a 1x2 plate works any better. Sorry, Simba. Eyes away. Look away. Spider-Man. Do I think Sonic's overrated? No, I grew up playing Sonic though. So heavily biased. Heavily biased. I don't think Sonic's overrated. I didn't like Knuckles. Knuckles was a very American comedy show. Like, I didn't find it funny. I didn't like the Knuckles show whatsoever, but the movies are amazing. They're done by different writers. Reddish brown, 1x2. Let's see what we got. We're right on top. Didn't need to pour it. And then the 1x2s have the studs sticking up. I'm hoping they'll keep the ears from wobbling. Very fragile piece to be swapping out, but at least I know these tiles are good. They shouldn't be breaking. If these tiles break on me, I'm going to have words with Lego. I'm going to have to find someone from Lego. Oh yes, look. I can move the entire head without the ear moving. Does Simba move his ears? Like if we were to stop motion this, would I have just ruined the chance of wiggly ears? This is a natural like breeze blowing through them. But that 1x2 plate instead of the tile just fixes them in place, which I think is better. I do think it's better having those fixed ears on the head, because then you're not worried about them falling off, especially when they're resting on this one fragile clip. Even though it's on a 1x2 plate, that's not going anywhere. It puts more strain on the clip, so you don't want this moving whatsoever. When I push it forward or back, it's moving with the stud on the inside. If it had a bit of wiggle, that clip is doing like 99% of the work. But because it's got the friction in there and it's forced into that gap, that's carrying half of it. Only about half of it, but you know, that takes a bit of weight off Simba's head. And now he's a Tsum Tsum with his fluffy towel. Don't need those spare parts. Bag 3. Look at this though. Simba would make a good snake. This is what I'm realizing here. If you pop off the belly, which pops off really easily thanks to the jumpers, which does make it easy to part down, we've got a nice Simba snake. Snake Simba. Snake Simba's not real. He can't hurt you. Give the Asylum's version of War of the Worlds a watch. They're on YouTube. I am so happy they are, because that means I can watch them. And I don't have to pay any more for it. I think they're probably only like... because of the CG in it. And this is one of the good things with charity shops. Because of the quality of CG and how far we've come now, just in terms of quality actually, from the early 2000s, that HD, high definition, is no longer used. Full definitions barely used on YouTube. They prefer it. Most of this is 1080. Most movies though are what's it, QHD, quad HD, which is 4K, which doesn't make sense because HD is only 720 and 4 times that ain't 4K. Snakes. Han Solo hates snakes, and so does Mace Windu. Does anyone else get both those references? Hey, I like that. That's with the Iron Lung movie, with a whole game verse. That's what I'd like to see. Basically, I want a bunch of them, mainly Mark, because I know Jack was in that movie, and Jack has voiced a Sonic character from the new animated Sonic. I've watched a few clips. And it feels very like resistance-y. The way they animate it in some of the stories are a bit more like childish compared to Ninjago, that is for all ages. They spell out very few things, but for the most part, you know, if you're following along, you kind of get it, and adults will get their own humor. That's why kids shows do so well, because there is adult humor snuck into it. And kids are just completely oblivious to it. There's definitely a factor behind it. No way this is all 4 legs. Maybe this is 2 legs. Maybe it's 2 legs. Maybe this is like front left, back right. And they've got us flipping up which angles we do. Spider-Man movies released prequel 3 Revenge of the Sith last year. Oh, I love the Royal Albert Hall did the live orchestra with the movies. But I think I brought this up, but it was ages ago, so I'm going to bring it up again. I went to see A New Hope. Lovely with a live orchestra. Having played in an orchestra myself, I think you appreciate it more when you know how hard the work is sometimes. Some scores, I think everyone in an orchestra as well has one moment where they're almost bullied by the composer. It's like, we haven't really used this instrument. Let's make them do the hardest thing possible, especially in Star Wars. Star Wars, I wouldn't say is hard for the most part, but there will always be one theme that's just tiring. And I played Hairspray as well in I think it's called I Can Hear the Bells, something like that. There's something about the bells and solo violinist just there at the start, just on the string, just going ham on it. And yeah, we had to wait until the I think there was a singer on stage, and we had to wait for the next cue. But it's like 3 sections of that, and you're just waiting like, hurry up, hurry up. I'm working here, and you're just hoping that they move on, and it always feels slower. It's probably like 10 seconds in actuality, but when you're playing through it, it feels like a minute. You're just sat there working away. Hand about to explode. One of the strings is gonna pop any second now. Silent version is okay CGI. I think it was good at the time. I mean, Star Wars is crazy. War of the Worlds, I don't have it up. War of the Worlds was, I think it said 2004, something like that. And that's a year before Revenge of the Sith. But Revenge of the Sith had the top tech. It had George Lucas, it had ILM, the same guy behind Pixar, the same guy behind like Skywalker Sound. And it wasn't all Lucas. There were a lot of other people that worked on this. Doug Chang, we mentioned earlier. And his ideas were brought to life by so many people that so much was possible. The drive of the entire team, of everyone that worked on any Star Wars project, is impressive. It is impressive. Sort of drive I drive to have. If only the amount of Lego we could just, like, 24 hours a day, late nights, just building. The amount of Lego, I'd have nowhere to store it. Although I'd have built enough that I could either sell it and buy a house or mock it into a house of sorts. But yes, watch New Hope in cinemas. No, in Royal Albert Hall, live orchestra. And I'd love to see it in cinemas next year. If they release the theatrical cut, which is what I grew up with on video, on VHS, the theatrical cuts of the original trilogy, if they do release that, that would be really cool to go and see. I'd take my fiance, because she's not seen the theatrical cuts until, I think, probably a few years ago. You didn't realise that Jabba was originally a human. Whereas Jabba in Return of the Jedi always been the lovable Jabba that you know. But in A New Hope, I just saw the guy. We had like one of the first copies my dad had, and that was the original trilogy for me. A New Hope was so different to how it is now. Those small changes add up. McClunky. What is McClunky? Can I even say that on YouTube? Is that allowed? Doesn't feel like it. Front left leg. And this must be front right leg. Ah, so even though it's on a ball joint, it only moves forward and back. It's definitely not stronger than a Technic clip, though. It's easier to hide than Technic. Even then, is it easier to hide than Technic? I don't know. I like the ball joint. It gives the illusion of the leg being able to move, maybe like twist, which it can't. I guess without including Technic, it's the system answer to Technic. And then this is built the opposite way. I'll let you know in a sec if there are any changes so that you can just build these if you do end up picking up Simba, because selling for half price and under is crazy. Good deal, crazy good, great deal. Which is why I picked this one up. A lot of 1x1s that I ain't been using. Hopefully I haven't missed something out there. I think I can build the rest from memory with that. Still so far, everyone's seeing Mando in cinema, which is fair. Yeah, the trailer, I don't think the trailer really changes that. Star Wars aren't in a position where they're trying to get people in the cinema. If they do, cool. If not, they'll whack it on Disney Plus adverts in a few months. It's less affecting Disney and more for the smaller companies or independent movies like Iron Lung to really push for that cinema. People to come out, see it when it's in cinema. And, support not just like cinemas, the businesses, everything. Otherwise, streaming services are taking out the middleman because everyone's got their own streaming service, which sucks because I'm not paying for basically anything other than Disney Plus. Disney's got Star Wars, Disney's got Marvel, Disney's got like Percy Jackson's a good show, but that's kind of its own thing. It's not. Disney's got a Star in the UK. Disney's got a few other companies. I mean, it's got Pixar as well. A load of the animated movies. And I don't think anyone can compete with that. People will try and different people like different shows, but as a Disney fan, as you can see, we're building Simba. We got the Slave One in the background. We've got the Spider-Man mech is somewhere. Outside of Star Wars, is there any other Disney back here? Oh, not back there. There's a few little bits dotted around though. We got the Disney Castle in the other room. Yeah, no brainer. Disney Plus is the one we get. Not to mention, if I really want to know the story of something, there'll be someone talking about it on YouTube, or someone will have watched Stranger Things. So many people have watched Stranger Things. I think Stranger Things is more popular than it realizes because there are so many people that just consume Stranger Things through reactions and through people breaking it down. Because if I watch a lot of things with my partner, but if you don't have someone to watch it with, it's funner to watch a reaction. They cut out all the nonsense in the middle. Hello there, welcome. I'm good, thank you. How are you? Just coming up to the final bag of Simba. Didn't we start this literally an hour ago? No, we didn't. We started the stream 50 minutes ago. We haven't even been building for an hour. Ah, good to hear. Bag number 4. Back legs are built different. It's a good thing we didn't rush ahead, but if you are building Simba, the front 2 legs are the exact same. Oh, look. Now this looks, oh yeah, it looked orange on camera. It still doesn't look orange on the instructions. The colours are something. I don't even know what they are. Let's see what my computer says. Oh, wait. We haven't sorted out these pieces. I did it with every single bag besides this one. Imagine if I just forgot to sort them out and went through with it. What's the color picker? That one. Dark tan. Tan/dark tan. I think tan was more on the... Oh no, orange. Brown lines, so it's not black. Oh no, this one's black. Under the stud's black. But between the black... Oh, it probably blends the tan, doesn't it, if it's brown? Yeah, it says it's dark tan. Fair enough. Can I get a screenshot? How do I get a clip of this? Oh, there we go. All right, I got a screenshot. I'll include that in the video. Hopefully I mean, it's been out for so long. I don't think they're going to fix this up. When did Simba come out? It's $17.99 at Lego and still in stock. But it's so much cheaper everywhere else. $8.66, $13.50. $13.50 is more than I paid. So it's gone up a little bit. But this came out 2024. June 1st. So this is probably one of the sets that apparently retire in mid-year. I don't think any Lego sets retire middle of the year. I know a few of them are pulled from other stores. Lego will sell them through till Christmas. But Entertainer, some of the midi-scale ships, retiring after 6 months is crazy. What was the set we were building the other day? Oh, Miles Morales mech. I've heard that's come back in stock. A few of you have said that that's back in stock. But Miles Morales mech, when we had a little look, end of January, maybe about a week ago, maybe start of February, and it was already out of stock. I'm building again. I haven't even laid these out. These need to look nice. I'm not doing it for any reason besides the fact that it's satisfying. Laying all these pieces in size order, and it also means when we go through building, we'll be able just to double up the parts and build it symmetrically. Which, if the word symmetric or symmetrical could have been symmetrical, like symmetrical wouldn't have been the word, but if that could have been a word that looked the same front and back, that would have probably have been my favorite word. I've been looking at a lot of words recently and sizing them up to how much I like them. And I've realized I just don't like words, basically. Not a fan of words. No thanks. I'll keep my numbers. Everyone else can share the words. Oh, ease those in just a little bit. So far, this Simba build has been how I expected. It feels like a create a 3-in-1 build. I'm going to have a little look to see if anyone's built anything with this, because I was wondering how easy it would be to turn Simba's cute face into a Mufasa build. With the lion build, all you've got to do is add a mane that would change proportions. And I feel like that would work. I feel like that's pretty easy. But I also feel like, because it seems pretty easy, it's going to be pretty difficult. Usually how things go. We got worms! We got worms! The only time I'll be celebrating that on stream. Look at that. They kind of look like, not regular hot dogs. They're a little browned off. Any big bricks? Yeah, they'll do. They feel like it. We've already had spares of these, so these should all be used. I don't think I've spoken about the Mando trailer yet. I said about the reference. If you are intrigued about that, there's probably a load of Star Wars channels that are doing videos on it, because Star Wars themselves mentioned it in the post. And so much for the rumors of the Lego sets. They didn't get announced. I think we do have images of Lego sets. I saw them just before I went live, so I can take a little look at those, especially if we get Simba built so quick. I would like to build that EV motor. Maybe we can talk while we build that. But the trailer, I want to see more trailers like that. I'm not a fan of trailers purely because they usually spoil half the movie. Gary the Snail. And I don't want to see like action shots, especially for an adventure movie, which Mando is. More adventure movie than, well, it's action adventure, sci-fi. A bit of everything. They couldn't decide. A lilac croissant. I'm going to have to keep my eye on that. I think Tinks is going to try and nab this one. I'm going to look at that. Look at that. I tell you what. Let me see if I can focus the camera on it. Where's the mouse? There you are. There we go. Look at that. Hey, welcome back. Look, it's like a lilac. It's like a lilac croissant. I don't have any other lilac pieces, but it's a nice lilac. I don't know what other lilac elements I have in my collection to compare this with. I don't think I've got any Star Wars minifigures that use lilac. Ah, that is a colour that is missing. I forgot about the spare now cherry. I think that is spare. We'll put that to the side. There we go. Bag number 4. Ready to go. Make sure I don't forget this. All right, I've got the images for the Mando sets. I would love, again, not going to spoil the trailer. I don't want, if people are, you know, staying away from it, it does kind of spoil the movie. It doesn't spoil the movie, but you know, if people don't know about it heading in, they're going to be surprised when it shows up. That's all I'm saying. I'm gonna end up leaking it in a minute. But I will say, I want a Lego set of it later this year. I want a Lego set of it, and if we don't get one, then I'm going to be building one myself. It kind of spoils like it doesn't spoil the movie, but you get what I'm saying. It spoils it being there, you know. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like everyone that wants to know knows it, so I can say that without saying it. Just like Gandalf, yes. Not in the Mando movie, though. It wasn't Gandalf, it was Batman. Oh, I said it. Batman's in the Mando movie. His death scene was... Oh, spoiled it again. Oh, Batman dies in the Mando movie. Can we get that trending again? It was it like the Avengers or something? I think it was one of the leaks. It was like Tony dying in Avengers or something like that. That's old enough. I'll spoil that any day. But I think it was someone dying in Avengers, and they got Batman dying in Avengers trending instead to cover the spoiler. See, I don't even remember what the spoiler was. I just remember Batman dying in a Marvel movie. It worked. Whatever it was, it worked. I don't remember it. And... right on the lower leg. Speaking of lower leg, forward facing still. This is a play and display set. Which, that sounds wrong. Is that play and... No, that's right, but like the wrong way around. Because you play with it, and then you display... Oh no, that is the right way around. Play and display set, yeah. We built that leg same time. We were on it. Take that, Lego instructions. Just save like 5 pages. Twice. Until I discover that one missing piece. Yeah, but Lego set. That's all I'm saying about the trailer. I want a Lego set of it. And if not, I will do it myself. Does it stand on 3? It does stand on 3. Simba's got another. There is another. For the sets, I've got the Razor Crest up. I'm liking it. I don't have prices. This is my worry with Star Wars sets. I don't have any prices for this set, but I'm looking at it. I'm thinking, it's bigger than some of the £60 sets. If this is £60, it's a day one buy. I think it will probably be £90 and I'll pick it up for £60. I'd be happy spending, looking at how it's built, I'd be very happy spending £60 on a set that looked like this. This might be too good for £60 from Lego. Or £90. £90 a bit, but I feel like it might be too good. I don't know if anyone's got any rumored prices for the Mando sets, because I haven't seen. Well, I knew this set was rumored. I think all three of these sets have been rumored for a while, but I don't remember seeing any prices with them. Or any times. I assume these are May releases, because the movie coming out later in May, but not necessarily May 1st. Lego have been putting a lot of sets out before the movies. We've got a few themes coming back after the movies have come out. Hunters. Demon Hunters getting some sets a while after the movie's out. But I think that's because Lego didn't want to risk it. Same like Star Wars, they know they can put out sets, it'll sell. Same with Marvel, they get them out ahead of the movie's release, so that they're the first ones as well. No doubt some exclusivity clauses in their contract. Although I've read that Star Wars, Marvel, and Indiana Jones, because they've all got the same license, and I don't think there is any, like, they own the exclusive license to make brick-built sets. Not about, there's no competition in releasing them first. We've got the little platter, slimy yet satisfying. And that's got the two ladybugs. Where's the camera? There's the camera. Two ladybugs, a worm, a snail, which is 100% Gary. Green, but that reminds me of Gary. And then a slug here. That's slimy. That lilac croissant is slimy yet satisfying. And I like the leaf platter they're on. It's a decent leaf. Simple, but satisfying. Then to go with it, we got our Simba. Look at Simba, one of my favourite Disney characters. Shame about the Tau, because it's not on a ball joint. So like I'm trying to like squish it to the desk and have it pointing away, and I can't. So it's taken up that much space. How many studs is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31. 31 and a bit studs. 31 and a bit studs long, which is kind of crazy. 30, we'll say 32. 32's a more rounded number. That's 25.6 centimeters, or about just over 10 inches. A lot. That's a 32 by 32 plate. That's a members board. The members board is out of view at the minute, but that's the members board in length, as well as the ears. I think I want to fix up the towel just before we move on. It's a really easy fix again. All you need is a little ball joint in there. The hardest part is going to be connecting it though, because the actual ball joint is grey or dark grey, and grey's going to stand out. We could get the Technic ball in here, which means we just need the joint, but even if we recess it into Simba, it's not going to have that full range of motion. Although, even with a ball joint, you wouldn't be able to flex it up unless you had... Good point. Good point. Gotta be a way we can do it. I tell you what, there is like... Does anyone remember the creator? It wasn't a lion. I think it was a tiger. The creator tiger that Lego made. Oh, oh no. 2x2 on a 2x4. Let me guess. This is like the 2x6 or 2x8 that goes the whole way through. We're not going to be able to move that. Let's see if we've got a tan bracket, a tan plate. Tan bracket's easy. That one's right here. One tan bracket. Plate less so, because that's in one of these sections. Oh, I got it. Good old stream luck. And one ball joint. That is it. Can't believe my stomach's still rumbling after dinner. Oh, I never want to eat again. Eating so much. Oh, we can't connect it. No, we can't connect it. Oh, we also need that ball joint that will connect it. Speaking of connecting it with the connection that will connect it that isn't there. All right, maybe a little harder. We could throw a little Technic in, but again, there's nothing that's orangey color. And that orangey color is going to annoy me. Well, the fact that it isn't an orangey colour is going to annoy me, shall we say. Ah, see, we could have fit one of these 2x2s in. That would have probably been better. Or, that's what we need. We need one of these ball sockets with a Technic pin in it. The fact that we don't have any ball sockets with Technic pins means we're going to have to go with one of these. Or even getting one of these Technic elements stuck in Simba's body. Yeah, we need the Technic ones. Oh, don't think they're in here. Right, well, we could get away with using that. I do want the actual Technic ones. They're grey. The Technic ones are black, and we already have black here. They've used brown for the neck. What sort of studs? What sort of stud pins do we have? Because there's white, there's red. Oh. I don't know if we have orange. There's grey, there's blue, there's black as well, because of the shadow box. But I don't know if there's any brighter colours. Or like brown elements that would work in its place. Could just throw in another ball joint, couldn't we? Because that's going to look amazing. Right, we'll check this drawer. And if not, we'll use one of those clips. Here it is. Oh, there is red. There is grey as well. But light bluish grey has an axle pin. They've used a black Technic pin in Simba's towel. I'm going to use a black ball joint because it's not really visible. You can only see it looking through that line there. But I do like the motion that we'll get with it. Rather than the towel just being stuck in with a pin, it can rotate on one axis, not even two. Just no, it can rotate on two. Because it's got this way and this way. It can rotate on one plane, is what I was saying. What I meant to say. And then with a ball joint, even though we've got that grey bit at the bottom, we can stick the towel up. That shortens the display so much. Simba is so much shorter here. And then we can still have the towel out and we can move it side to side as well as rotating it. That's why I think the ear modification we've done is perfect. And there we are. Make sure it's a brick high. And there's the towel that now moves in 3 planes with all 3 axes, and Simba's towel can be right up. Still a bit long, I guess. Just a little bit long. Maybe we could have flipped the Technic for a clip of some sorts. But there's one more element we need. Just one more. just one more element. I think it's in the third drawer, fourth drawer, fifth drawer. Oh, come on. Yes, the fifth drawer. Found it. And we want a nice... I don't want to show off what element this is. Not yet. What colour was it in the set? I feel like this is the right colour. After laughing at Batman for a similar thing to this, I cannot believe we are doing this. Oh, you have no idea what's coming. So we got innocent Simba here, and then oh, how old are we? How old are we, chat? All right. That's not as weird as it looks. No, it is weird. It is weird. Lego did it on a tiger. I'm gonna have to pull up this set now, aren't I? It was the Majestic Tiger. The fact they called it the Majestic Tiger makes it even worse. And they've got a tiger with flat. Do we get a 360? Oh, we do! We get a 360! If I set this up, beautiful. We'll take a look at Mando's pics in a minute. So, I can't full screen this, can I? No. This is the tiger. That, much like Simba here, does have, for some reason, a flower, one of these flower pieces, on its bum. Look, you see it? It's right there. It's right there. Right there at the tip of the mouse, just above the skip button, there is a pink flower. Why Lego thought they needed to make a tiger atomically correct when, like, no Lego build is fully correct. Like, even this tiger isn't fully atomically correct. Let's get rid of that. Why they thought the need to add a bum to a tiger? There's enough flowers in the build, which actually means 2 flowers here, and there's one on the bum. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 with the blossoms on this little plant. That means there's like 9 bums inside the tiger. Is that a reference to how many of the other creatures that the tiger had eaten? I mean, the fish probably doesn't have any flower bums. I don't know if the red panda does. Red panda's like a 4th build, I'd say, but that fish is quite cool. And I don't know if there was a 4th build. This would have been around the time Lego would have done 4th builds. No. I believe the fish was number 3. Probably didn't use as many parts. It would be cool if the fish and the red panda could be built for the tiger. But this was a cool set. This is another set on sale. Have they done... Are they printed parts for the stripes? And they didn't do... Well, they kind of did a stripy fish. But they didn't use the printed parts for the fish. That's why they're so small. Because they haven't reused the slopes and tiles. We're going to have a little look at this, a little detour. How have they done this? Nintendo Switch 2 edition of Hogwarts Legacy is on sale, 25 quid. Not bad. Not great. Not bad. The Switch 1 version. Oh, Switch 2. Switch 1 version on sale for £7.50, and then the Switch 2 upgrade pack is £8.50. So that saves you £9 and costs you like £16. Someone didn't think about that. You'll find that a lot with games and even Lego sets. There are some Lego sets. This one's probably cheaper to part out now. It's retired. But when it was on shelf, creator sets are rarely ever cheaper to part out. But they'll release one that's common colours and it will be cheaper to part out, and people just won't question it because most sets aren't. Wow, you can pull apart the tiger into core sections, which means if the tiger's built the way I think it is, with the same ball joints... No, it is the same ball joints. Oh, I meant the same as in, like, there was a ball joint here and the ball on the other side. If you swapped around the ball joints on one of these sides, you could take out the torso and just mesh together a tiger, a tire, because you're getting rid of the G, you're getting rid of the middle of the tiger. I haven't seen a Tigger mock for this. What were we looking? Oh, printed parts. Let's have a little look. Hollow belly though. So we got the slopes on the top. And then... Wait, that's brick built. On this... I didn't realise that slope was a partner piece to the underside. That's blown my mind. So the slopes that I just use for awnings on shops and those little like material bits that hang out the front of the central perk, although the central perks that actually use the 1x2 slopes, different piece, so that doesn't help, is the partner piece to the inverted slope. That's cool. Oh, I didn't notice that. Damn. And there's a bit of red on the inside. No flowers though. I'm noticing. No flowers on the inside. Nice fur at the bottom. Maybe they're just left out of the build. But that is why we have given Simba modifications, shall we say. Yeah, I think I'm going to leave that at that. I do want to make a Simba that does move. This will be a bit harder than I at first thought, because it's going to require, you know, the legs to move. What? The legs to move the opposite way. So Simba will be like that, and if we could off-time them so that one leg moves, next leg moves, then the next leg, and they run like that, that would be cool. And then we have the legs running like this. I think even if they're same time, the fact that they're both moving and there's that element of flight, like with a horse, it would look like Simba's running. And we'd have to prop them up because Simba can't actually run like that. Oh, but Simba can sit. Simba can sit as well. That's cool. Simba can sit down. Only with the towel on this joint. If the towel wasn't on this joint, Simba can't sit. It'd be straight out and it would be holding Simba up like that on the surface. Look like Simba's pooing, especially with the bum that we're giving him. So only with the modified ball joint can Simba sit. I don't know why they didn't think of that. Ball joints everywhere. Maybe it is because one of the designers wanted that and they had to cover it, so they decided to plug it with a towel. But Simba... The fact that Simba's towel goes the whole way up, like the whole way out, and is just stuck there, is weird. Surely Simba's towel goes up at some point. Let's just search Simba. Oh. Simba beds? Really? Simba lion? Simba lion. Look! His towel goes out and then up. It's still more so going out. Maybe it's a lion thing. Look at that artwork. That goes up. Yeah, maybe it's an artwork thing. It does. Oh, look, but look at that one. Kind of curves round. Their tails are going up and forming hearts. If you flip around the top piece, you can almost do it. You'd have to extend it a little bit. If you swapped out this top piece or a slope and then did a light tanned coloured Simba for Nala, you could definitely get a nice little Simba heart going, couldn't you? Before I move on, I do have the instructions to the Motion Eevee, and I'm going to try and wire that up to the feet. It's different. It's very different the way it moves, but using a similar pattern, we should be able to wire up rather than the torso. Eevee's bricked into different sections for the torso. Rather than the torso, we should be able to wire the legs up. And that's what I'm going to hope to do. Maybe even get the torso moving. If we can, let's go for it. But before we do that, I said about the Mando images. These are all got from Light. I don't know what Light is, but here we go. You can see at the top of the screen. I've also cropped this so it feels a bit better on stream. I'd originally cropped all of this out when I was using my actual browser because I have like favorites and all that selected on them. But yeah, this is stream only account. Don't worry, no personal information is going to get leaked on here. This is the Razor Crest. 75447, 930 pieces. So I was right, probably about 90 quid. Probably about 95. I think it's going to be an awkward price. It's going to be 95, 85, something 5. Feel it. And we're getting 5 figures. 5 figures, of which at least 4 are new. I hope Mando's new. I don't know what new Mando could be, but I just hope Mando's new. Because we might get a look at these minifigures. Oh, hold up. What's wrong with these images? Oh, that's noisy. That hurts. Oh, that hurts to look at. These have been cropped very poorly. These are meant to be PNG images. That blue was fading, but they've all been trapped on like a black background. Like if I open this in a new tab, that's just a black background. These have not been saved well. It's like they've converted them from PNGs to JPEGs or whatever Reddit uses, which probably is probably the web file. Hate web files. No, thank you. Don't use web files if you can help it. I think Windows automatically converts web files into oh, you can save image as anyway. Yeah, I think it automatically converts them into JPEGs. Yeah, this isn't the spoiler. I mean, potential, it's all been announced anyway, hasn't it? But potential spoilers up ahead if you don't want to know about Mando. We got the new character, Sigourney Weaver, but you know what? This whole build looks cool. I'm a sucker for a side build. I am a sucker for a side build. This side build is awesome. The E-Web's a little too tall, you know, if we were nitpicking, but also we could just drop that down. It's got a clip and bar for motion, which I can't complain about because that gives it every angle you will ever need. Cool crest. The yellow is going to take some getting used to. It looks like a school uniform now you've said that. Razor bust. Oh no, razor bust. Yeah. Yellow school bus. I'm surprised I haven't seen a yellow recolor of the Fortnite bus, to be honest. But it's going to take some getting used to. I love the size of it. The E-Web cannon, which I assume this is, I'd probably just switch it out for a 3-length bar. Maybe even a 2-length bar straight up. This is like the opposite of the N1 Razor Crest. The N1 was made silver with a few bits of yellow. End of the movie, this is just going to be completely yellow, and we're going to get a second playset later on in the year that's just this but yellow. Every Star Wars ship but yellow. We got the Dark Falcon. Just wait for 2027's Yellow Falcon, based on some long lost Ralph McQuarrie concept of the Millennium Falcon. It's the Tantive but yellow. Yeah, great thing about this Razor Crest is that cockpit seems to be the exact same size as the old playset one that was like £120. So I'll be repurposing that. Actually, it's using the same landing gear, and it seems to have a similar structure on the back. The engines are a little bigger and more brick built. I'm loving these rounded off windows. I don't think I have any of those as well. So I'm going to have to order some if I want to part this one out. I probably won't be picking it up. We've got Mando Grogu's new figure as well. Doesn't interest me enough to pick up the set. I already have the Zeb. The dual molded legs though. The 11th Star Wars minifigure to have dual molded legs. Mine doesn't have dual molded legs. But I can paint on dual molded legs, you know, I'll probably do that. I'll cheapskate it, yeah. Really like the yellow. It was more mustardy yellow orange kind of thing. Oh yeah, maybe like a light I don't know. I don't know if Simba's. This is a bright orange or a light orange. That could look good in place of the yellow, but it is very similar to the older playset, so I might build that. Looking at it, it actually reminds me a lot of that older playset. I thought this was going to be smaller. I looked at this and I saw the mock someone built with the N1 Starfighter, Mando's N1, and I like the size of that. It's like a midi Mando Razor Crest. But now that I'm looking at it, it's quite a big ship, isn't it? Now you want to know what I think is a spoiler in the trailer. Oh, the NFL, the rugby trailer. The trailer that dropped out, the little 30-second one. It does leak a, you know, something in particular. Although now that we're talking about this, we could probably talk about that trailer. I think we've given enough warning for it, because the Razor Crest does return, as you can see in yellow. Grogu's wearing the armor just down here, which is a new character, and it actually looks like a brand new mold. They haven't used the baby mold. They haven't used the Anzellan mold. Very happy they didn't. That would have looked weird. And I'm hoping the head is still detachable. But this looks like the animated Grogu. If you've seen any Lego Mando shorts, this looks like animated Grogu. Scrawny Weaver's fig looks pretty cool. Probably going to end up parting that one out. The Stormtrooper has one of the new pauldrons. Love that. The Zeb figure, great figure. Might have to pick that up at some point. I would love getting this as a gift, even if I had the set, just for the figures. All 5 figures, even if Mando's not new, it's a solid figure already. There's not much they can do to it. I don't like that image. 2 seats in the cockpit. I think Mando and Grogu is a given. But I do think this is going to be Zeb's. Said that when we built the microfighter for the yellow Razor Crest. And I do think this is going to be Zeb's ship that Mando ends up with. Something's bound to happen to the N1. It's going to be destroyed somehow. There's the figs. Look at Zeb's new head. That's cool. Scrawny Weaver looks like a generic figure. Given how Star Wars are, it's probably an exclusive head. But if that is a head that's been used for any other female character, that's an easy part out. Mando is wearing his head underneath. Does have the head under the helmet. Is that an exclusive figure or a new figure in any way, shape, or form? I don't know where my Mando figure is. Hold on, I have no idea where my Mando figure is. No, none at all. Where is Mando? Well, he's not up there. I do have a spare Mando, don't I, down here? Or did I move that one as well? There we go. Alright, I do have a spare Mando. We'll use that one. Where's my Mando, though? That's the one with the new helmet. Same torso, same legs. Let's see. Is Mando any different? Oh, that's actually quite a big image of Mando. Oh, this one doesn't even have arm printing. I've nabbed the arms for something else. I didn't nab them for Sabine, did I? No. Okay. Also looks to be the same down to every detail. The left pocket, the right pocket, the strap on Mando's shoulders all the way to the top is identical. I think this is the same Mando figure. No, the legs. Oh wait, this one's got toe printing. How old is this Mando? This one doesn't have toe printing. Must be one of the first Mandos I've got. Does anyone have their Mandalorian minifigure to hand? Because if Mando does have, if these are new legs, that's cool. I think the torso is the same, unless they've gone and upgraded the arms again. But it's a decent figure. They don't need to do anything to it. Grogu. Why is Grogu a pyramid? No, Grogu's good. It looks like the animated version. Exclusive torso as well. Same head. I'm happy they didn't change that. But could they have gotten away with just the regular torso with the medallion? I feel like this set's going to be overpriced. Sigourney Weaver, if they gave her black boots on there, we're looking at like a £500 set. Just because that's how weird the prices are. New legs, nice. Like it. That's quality control. The legs for Mando were poor, given the arm print in, so they've upped them. Grogu, unnecessary, exclusive, love the torso. The shape of the bottom's not perfect, but you know, they don't need to print the jacket when they've got that detailing at the top. Purely just added the armor and a little sachet as well. Seems to hold on the armor. Zeb, beautiful minifigure. Looks to be very similar to what we've got in the past. A different style torso, but you know, it's same sort of suit. You can't get too different. Trooper, pretty nice. Oh wow, I thought it couldn't get worse. Whoa, whoa, bloody hell, what is this? Are they lost in space? Where are these images been taken from? You know, you could save PNGs from Lego. Should I? No, that'll take me too long. Wow. I'm going to be honest. I'm overwhelmed. I don't know what that is. And then we've got, is this the hallway scene? Is this Zeb's hallway scene from the first trailer? Perhaps. Always weird when they show the gap in printing. But that's Lego. Like the purple. Is this the new purple that people wanted to see on Jango Fett? On Zeb? Because everyone, when the flower botanical set come out, right after the UCS Slave 1, I think it'd probably already come out as well. At least been revealed. Everyone wanted Jango in that purple colour. Would have looked weird. Nice thought. But it's nice to see Zeb in a not regular purple. Unless it's just the light here. Don't like Grogu. It's weird. I'm going to be honest. We got so many Grogus. I say that. I've got at least like 2 or 3 Grogus. I don't think I have as many Grogus as I think I do. Because I've got Mando in a lot of sets without Grogu early on. But I'm probably going to give Grogu a neck bracket that it's way too big for the character and print this emblem on a 1x1 round plate, which is perfect because not only if that's on a 1x1 round tile printed with the Mudhorn on, not only could you use that in a Mandalorian mech, one use, around Grogu's neck, perhaps Mando's hand before he gives it to Grogu, perhaps even with the armor if they ever want to revisit the Forge or do something on Mandalore. They could make these for other younglings, or when Grogu outgrows it and then that gets passed down or put on the wall. There's 5 uses of that tile, just top of my head. I haven't been thinking about this. I've only just seen these images. I did see an outline of the box of the Razor Crest before going live, and the image was better than this. It's unique. You know, I don't expect anything else from Lego. Grogu also can't hold anything. That's not changed. The baby figure can't hold any. I keep looking up at Plankton. Plankton's a round brick. Plankton can hold stuff, but just the same as Grogu can hold a lightsaber between his head and his jacket. I like the fact the back end here is fully openable, but we don't have the little sections in front anymore. We've just got the cockpit, no escape pod by the looks. This seems to be all the features. I do want to have a look at the back of the box. The original Razor Crest playset had a similar thing to this. I think it was studs in rather than studs out. One of the most satisfying builds I built at the time. Need some new Star Wars blasters. Not replace the ones we have, just a bit more variety. Good shout, because Zeb's got a pistol for a pilot. Standard. That one's cool. The Trooper has a standard blaster, but they've got a pauldron. Like, I like when Lego add candle pieces and hilts to the blasters. I think that's cool. Sigourney Weaver. Mando doesn't even have his Mando Ambon sniper rifle. I don't know if it is Mando, if that blaster is Mandalorian, or if that's just because Mando has it. But Mando has it. I can't English tonight. But we need the Ambon sniper rifle at least. Regular blaster, hilt, and a clip. And Grogu has the Force, so no blaster needed. I'd love to see a few more blasters. This is one of 3 sets that we've got. Oh, Okay, this is different to the image I saw. The image I saw must have been a mock-up because it had a plain dish. We got a blurry image and then I saw someone release an image with a plain dish. And my biggest complaint was the fact that the dish wasn't printed. I have seen this one. I forgot about this set. We need another Grogu. People are saying it's too soon, too soon. When did we get the first Grogu? 2019? 2020? It was a while ago. The first one, not the most recent one. It's the one with the pram is like half this size. And this year we did get a 4+ model, which is made to be more affordable. We needed a BB-8 that was more affordable before that new set. It would have cushioned the blow a lot more. Barely anyone's going to be complaining about this. Aside from like YouTube videos, the usual will complain. The usual will complain. Wow. There will be people complaining about it just to get a video out, but I think this is a great set. We've had the cheaper one. We've had a MIDI size that fits with the buildable R2, the droids 3PO, and Chewbacca, K2SO, the likes of those. This is just a single display piece on its own. There is still a problem I have with the set, and the biggest problem is that it's not a problem. It's amazing marketing from Lego. Usually I'll complain and say this should have been that should have been this. Here we go, Mandalorian 75403 was the original. And that came out in, drumroll please, That's the hover pram. That's the wrong one. Wait, did I just get tricked? That was an eBay listing for the original Grogu, but they had the wrong number. I got. Oh wow, that just goes to show you don't believe everything you see on the internet. I got good. 75318. That sounds more like it. It's a bit older, not 2019. Probably around 2020, 2021. Let's have a look. The Child, released 30th of October 2020. Retired end of 2023 as well. So it was on the shelves for 4 years, 3.5 years, 4 years, and only retired 3 years ago, two and a bit years ago. It looks to be a very similar build. The top end is a bit more hollow, round by Grogu's neck. Actually, the head is a massive improvement because they've got the new 3x3 eyes, which are bigger, they look cuter, they've added more details into the ears. Wow. That old set was valued at £80. Well, if that's £80, I'm sorry, unpopular opinion, £120, which is modern day Lego 140, because we don't do 120. I think this is a £120 set. Looking at the last one, there's more parts, more details, more slopes, less studs, but not too many less. This is a beautiful set. We don't have the ball. Rip Razor Crest. We don't have the ball. That's sad. But we do have a pouch with Grogu's macarons, I assume, and the shield around the top. That explains what the pouch is on the chest. We need a micro minifigure piece like that, just for Grogu. Just for Grogu. And then maybe like a stud in the belly of Grogu. I don't know how I'm giving Grogu all these accessories. We'll make it work somehow. If Lego SpongeBob ever comes back, the Dreams torso would be cool for Plankton. Ooh, that would be interesting. Yeah, in terms of minifigures, if they give SpongeBob short legs as well, that's even smaller. Yeah, you know what? That kind of would be with Plankton's, if Plankton's like head is printed on the torso of that maybe, and then the naked neck could be the antennas. I like that. I like that idea, because then Plankton's easy like half the size of SpongeBob. We've got a few more images of Grogu. The belt comes off. The macaroons actually fit in the middle. And the armor can be like detached from it, I assume. Oh, wow. Yeah, I know someone that's going to want to buy this, build this, and display it next to the old one. Because that's my only argument. Lego could have released this pouch as a poly bag for people that already have the old set. They know Grogu fans are going to be picking this up nonetheless. You also get the new Grogu minifigure on a new display stand that looks almost identical to the old one. The only thing the old one's missing is this front tile. It's got the studs exposed at the front. Other than that, no sign of a brick separator. But with how big this set is, it will probably include one. We can spin the head with the towel. Grogu doesn't have a towel, he does now. Oh wow, this is genius. Lego have actually outdone themselves on this. I wasn't expecting this to be as good. I'm genuinely blown away. I don't know what else to say. So, oh, also actually, I do know what else to say. This is so much better than Chewie's. I can't remember what was wrong with Chewie's. I think it was something about the ball joints not being in brown. Had they recolored them, they'd have brown ball joints for Grogu. I think they rendered them in brown, just didn't have the parts to recolor them. Bet they're regretting not doing that. But look at Grogu. Look at those cute eyes. You just can't say it's a bad set. It might not be for you, but I think that's a good set. And then, whoa, what? Since when? Weren't the rebels in the rebel turrets and the Imperials were on their two legs marching towards? Since when was it the other way around? It seems Lego have finally got rid of the bricks on AT-RT legs. This is probably the new one you can see going forward. Though, what's with like the V6 engine on the back? What? We've got the regular stickers you expect on an AT-RT. Looks like they've missed a dish. Maybe that's purposeful. Maybe it gets shut off, or maybe it is a bit worn and torn. All those stickers on that turret are going to be a problem. They don't go the entire way around the piece. You're going to have to like slide them along. Hey, some nice parts. We've got this slopey curve element and a straighty slopey curve with a load of round white parts. That's the best way I can describe that. Again, probably won't be picking this up. Have Mando, have Grogu. Don't have the tank driver. What are they called? What are they called? Zoom right. Read it. Zoom right. It does not let you zoom. Okay. Imperial. You know what? Doesn't let me zoom. Well, then I'll take a screenshot and I'll just zoom in on the screenshot. Is it that hard to add this? Imperial Remnant AT-RT driver. Wait. That's the AT-RT driver. Grogu's got a seat. I'm sorry, this is Grogu's AT-RT now. Grogu has taken charge here. He's the one driving it. Imperial Remnant AT-RT driver. So they're using whatever they can get, Clone Wars stuff, which explains a lot of the old. We already know about the AT-ATs. And, okay, the Super Bowl trailer revealed the return. You can mute this for a few seconds. I won't be saying this more than once. Alright, I'm assuming you've muted it. Hopefully, otherwise you're scurrying to your device. It revealed the return of Tauntauns, which do link back to Hoth. So we do seem to be going maybe back to Hoth. They're bringing AT-RTs, bit silly. AT-STs were nice and warm with their central heating on. And this turret, do we think this connects to a wider build? Down here, two ball joints that don't look like they're moving, similar to the Mando set with Eclipse. They had to whack a weapons rack in there, didn't they? They had to turn the turret into a weapons rack. Although, when the ball joints are both paired up, you won't be able to open it up. Maybe only one of those ball joints is going to work, but it's going to determine left and right. Huh. Right. Dive bomber wrap. Oh, I like the way it goes at the end with the with the shark teeth. Or like the dinosaur teeth. That's terrifying. And the tongue sticking out between them. I'd end up biting it. Wait, that's kind of what's going on in here, isn't it? That's the kind of yellow. Oh, yes. Let's see. Okay, that lines up on my screen. That lines up to Simba. It's a little more yellow. It's like a yellowed Simba. But that does not look like what Simba looks like on the instructions. Simba is dark tan on the instructions. That's the sort of yellow that would look good for the Razor Crest. It is a fairly new colour in LEGO. And they, like with the Slave 1, they didn't have a grey light enough, so they went with white. I think yellow was a safe bet. But too safe, maybe. Same with the ATRT being fully grey. I wonder if it is just fully dark grey with little worn details, or if there is perhaps a few different greys that LEGO just couldn't distinguish between. I can't wait. I'm going to wait to build this ATRT. I think might try to build it early because the Mando movie comes out end of May. I don't think I want these built too quickly. You could probably build this one just based off the images, especially with the interior. Interesting with the stickers around here. Looks like a pretty good playset. Hold up. This comes with an exclusive Grogu. Okay, take back everything I said about Grogu. This is a horrible idea. What are they doing? If this is anywhere near 35 quid, wasn't it? $45, 35 quid. Get out of here. This is nuts. This is like a 25 quid at most. At most 25 quid. Probably more like $17.99 is a battle pack. We get our 2 figures. Grogu isn't fully a figure because we do get Grogu in one of the microfighters. Same price as Rex, same price as Plo Koon. Plo Koon didn't come with a droid, only a droid head, which was a printed accessory, real nice. But Grogu isn't counted as a minifigure price-wise, so this is 2 figures. If this is $17.99, I'm taking a guess here. I think the Razor Crest is probably a £90 set. I'm going to wait for that to go £60. Grogu's probably 120, but don't worry, that will be like £80 come summer. As soon as Mando hits Disney Plus, that will be a lot cheaper. And I'm going to guess this is $17.99. So you'll be able to pick it up over the summer for the price of a microfighter. If it is that cheap, maybe because it's got 2 builds. A battle pack would only have 1 build, but then it would have more figures. Would need at least 2 Imperial Remnant drivers, because then you could have Mando and Grogu on foot. They're flying through in this image. You've got someone to man the turret, someone to man the ATRT. That would make sense. Also, why are they on Hoth? The Imperial Remnant that then becomes like whole First Ordery. Could they be hiding? Because they're not like Tantis. They're not revisiting that sort of thing. They could be. I want the clones to revisit Hoth and to set up the base that we then see in Empire. So this could be like the end of Hoth. Then we see the start of it. Wish the Speeder from January introduced the new mold for Grogu. Yes, as well, the Mando Speeder. Why didn't that come with this Grogu if they knew down the line? We are 1 month down the line. Would it have been too bad to have introduced this 1 month ago? Because right now everyone's talking about Grogu. A month ago no one cared. Everyone was excited for the newer version. If they announced this Grogu... Where's my mouse? Hello? There we go. This Grogu down here... January 1st for the Mando Speed out, well, a few days beforehand, few weeks beforehand, then everyone would have been talking about it. Then February, March comes around, we've got a new mold, everyone's talking about it. May comes around, the movie's out, everyone's talking about it. It just keeps people talking about Grogu. That would have been smart, I agree. Even if this set come out, that's pushing it. I suppose, yeah, with this big of a turret, maybe make a smaller turret, put the pilot in there and release that as a smaller set. I don't think I'll be building the turret. It looks good. I might have part out a better one because I do like some of the old Hoth-based turrets. But that ATRT is interesting because it's more minifigure scale. It's not minifigure scale. It's so slightly off. It's so close, it's annoying. If this top half, it seems to be similar size to the 332nd. If it is the same size as the 332nd, ooh, it's smaller. Is it? I think it is. I think it is smaller than 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So the legs are roughly the same. It's smaller as in like the depth of it is smaller. It's all closer together. The double stud shooter turret. If that's got motion, that looks like it's on one of those ball joints we flashed up. On the 2x2 black with the extended ball joint out, that's going to have a lot of motion. That's going to be really cool to play with. I'd switch those out for the old stud shooters though. They're definitely better. And the whole front is a lot more compact compared to even the 327th, where the front is 3 and a bit studs wide. The front seems to... Oh, well, yeah, I suppose it depends if you're including the bottom bit or not. I'd include this bit, 1, 2, 3 and a bit studs. This seems to be almost 2 to 3. It's hard because it's pushed back further. Do I include the whole wing on the side? It's probably close to 3 studs, but it's all pushed further back. It's got that massive engine on the back. And few bars, not wands. I think wands would do well if they've used some sort of rounded 1x2 plate. Having 1 wand and 1 bar would look really good. So I'd swap that straight away. If any of you have Harry Potter sets, the actual turret over here looks pretty good. Very similar design, especially in points of connection and with the handlebars to... Oh, the handlebars are a nice element. To what we had in our... Not our snub fighter. You know, Skeleton Crew. We did the pirate ship mock. That was a fun one. Very similar to that. Can't wait to build this though. Maybe switch out, because they've used the 1x2 plates here, maybe switching these joints out for ball joints, just to ATRT legs do pivot inwards ever so slightly, or outwards. It's inwards or outwards, I can't remember which way around it goes now. And the ball joints would give it that little bit more motion. We've still got some more images. There's a new look at Grogu. And Mando, with the knees and the legs. Knees and the boots. Boots and knees. I kind of like this Grogu. This Grogu I like, but I feel like he should have... Also, spanner hands. But I feel like he should have been given an accessory. Maybe even a stud on the belly. Honestly, a stud on the belly would be a good one. We'll finish these images in a sec. Have I seen the... Rumors of a buildable Herbie? Yes. Another buildable General Grievous. General Grievous. Oh, I was gonna say Matt Stover. Ain't that the guy who wrote Revenge of the Sith? Who was Grievous's voice? Was it right? Matthew Wood. Stover was the author. Yes, Mr. Wood, aka Grievous, aka Herbie, if I'm getting the right guy, which I'm pretty sure I am, has got 2 Lego buildable characters. Almost as many as Grogu. Almost. No, Grogu's had at least 4 or 5. Wish the Grogu could hold like the bottom of the feather flame piece. I wonder what Grogu can hold. Because... Oh yes, Herbie, super excited for. Can't wait to see. Can't wait to see, because I really wanted the Galactus set and just couldn't pick it up on sale. I think I waited too long. It was on sale for Black Friday and I just didn't pick it up on the day, and then it went. So I never got around to building that. I would have definitely picked up Galactus if they were a big fig like Captain Rex, or like the new Darth Vader's rumored to be. Definitely would have. Although, watch Darth Vader, with all the rumours recently and how inaccurate they've been, watch Darth Vader be like a buildable character like Falcon. Something like that. Or like Chewie even, just standing tall. Wish the Grogu could hold the bottom of the feather flame piece. That's the wrong screen. That's better. Grogu can hold something. It's thinner than a hand, a minifigure hand, and I feel like a minifigure hand is the flame piece. We just got a flame piece in Simba. And yeah, the flame piece tip, the tiny tip of the flame piece is the same width as a minifigure hand. At least Doc from Power Miners has the same width hand. So I feel like Grogu's not going to be able to hold the flame piece. So what can Grogu hold? End of the flame piece is the same as the end on a hot dog as well. Like, this is such a small gap that they've made in here. And it's not very deep either. Maybe like fold up a bit of paper. Got one on release and the second Galactus on Black Friday for £38 on Argos. I think it was a similar deal. Smiths knocked it down a few more quid and I didn't pull the trigger. And I've regretted it ever since. Great figure here though. No toe printing. I'm always interested when Lego skip out on the toe printing. There are a few other, they're armoured, like, tank drivers, aren't they? Armoured tank driver come up with nothing. That is not what they're called. There was one of these in a Rogue One set. That's all I know. And I think it's probably a new helmet because, it's coming up with Rogue J, Rogue from X-Men, Rogue CMF that looks like Robin Hood, Rogue Orc, Rogue Minecraft skin. Hey, Scarif Stormtrooper. Where are all the other Rogue sets though? Rogue Hover Tank. There we go. Imperial Assault Hover Tank 75152. Yes, definitely a new helmet, right? No, now I've seen it up close actually. Yeah, it is a new helmet. Is it? Is it a new helmet? It actually looks very similar. It's got 2 stripes on the cheek instead of 3. It doesn't have as much detail on the front. But then it's got this. It's a different helmet, I think. I think it's just a different printing. Gotta have toes on a minifigure. Mando's got new toes. Grogu's even got toe printing. Are we counting that? Why is the mouse gone again? Look, down here, Grogu's got his toe printing, Mando's got toe printing, and they left out the trooper. If you're printing legs, it should be one machine. Just got to add a little bit of colour. I tell you what, though, we don't have an image, do we, of the Imperial Remnant ATRT pilot. No, they got a Brickpedia page, but that's just because they got a Lego minifigure. Oh, it is a bit similar to the ATRT clone pilot that we see. But no. Oh! Hold on, are there other merch that have dropped alongside Lego? No, Imperial Assault Tank. They got me. They baited my click. Similar to some of the pilots we see in Rebels as well. It's a good minifigure though. Nice play feature back and forth. You get 2 sides. Still should have been 1 more of these troopers. I assume that's a 360 spin. So we've got a few sets. So what sets are there for this movie? The ATRT, the Razor Crest, and Grogu are all we have at the minute. Let me just double check that. Yep, just the 3 of them. Don't seem to be many other sets rumored. Not that anyone's really talking about. I can't remember what else we're expecting in May. Oh, wow. Yeah, the legs that I was looking at are the old legs. Also, just seen an image that's been blown up. They look like they were... Mando looked like... Yeah, this Mando looks like he's reddish brown. He's not. He's dark brown. Weaver's legs are reddish brown. I still don't think we've got a name for her character in Mando. We've got a name for all the other figures. All right. The Mando Imperial Shuttle is set to be coming out. Some Imperial shuttle. Wait a second. Wait a second. Imperial shuttle. I've broken something. Oh no, I've knocked over a wing. What's wrong with this shuttle? What's wrong with this shuttle? From the UCS Death Star. This is sick. Is it just going to be a re-release of this? I love this. I haven't broken it down yet because of how much I like it. I still need to get these parts in white though. That's the only thing I haven't done. I like the little stripes on it as well. It fits 2 figures. There is a rumored Mando Imperial shuttle for $140, which is what, like 90 quid, isn't it? Let me get a real time. I mean, they're going to charge us like 135 probably for it because Lego doesn't understand currency conversion, and America are getting some really good prices. Yeah, £100. $140 is £100 at the minute. The wing is backwards. Is it? No. It is, isn't it? Hold on. Wait, is the full thing's backwards? The whole thing has been placed backwards. That's been like that for so long. Thank you, Darkstar. I would not have noticed. There we go. I can't believe I didn't notice that. Yeah, that looked so weird. When you said that, I looked at it and it just looked out of place. But there is another set rumoured for later this year. Thank you for pulling me up on it. I looked at it and I saw the grey and I'm like, did I mean to recolour those? Nope, it turns out they're usually just hidden. We still have the pilot in the front as well. The clone pilot that Palps keeps around. There is a rumoured Imperial Mando shuttle from seemingly Season 2 of The Mandalorian, set to come with Mando, 2 troopers, Moff Gideon, and Pen Pershing. Oh, and Fennec Shand, apparently. Oh, he does. Fennec Shand, probably the same minifigure. The troopers, same old, same old. Mando, Moff Gideon, we've got a few times. Dr. Pershing, who I didn't realise even had a first name in Star Wars, Pen Pershing, looks better the other way. I assume you mean wings open, not with the fin sticking out. It did look a bit sleeker. Let's just compare that. I didn't realise Dr. Pershing had a first name. I think it's because the slope at the back, it lines up, but then it's quite flat compared to the slope continuing from here and then also going on. Maybe if we set this back and thinned it out, we'd have a nice sleek craft. But yeah, it's a bit bigger than this, I sure hope. 961 pieces. Don't know how many pieces are in here. Feels like 90 because we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 bricks on each wing. Middle wing has 1 brick on this front cone here. This is 1 brick. And then like 2 underneath. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, a lot of bricks holding this thing together. And it's hollowed out for 2 minifigures. Why we're getting Mando, 2 stormtroopers, maybe they're shuttle pilots and not actually stormtroopers, because we do see Mando and Fennec in the... Although, why Gideon? Because Mando, Fennec, and who? Who is it that storms the shuttle? We'd have 2 stormtrooper pilots, Pen Pershing, Mando, Fennec. Why Moff Gideon? Moff seems off unless they just want to come out with a new minifigure, because it has been a while, and I have a sneaky suspicion the Moff may be returning. That would be crazy if they dropped that in the movie. Giancarlo Esposito would be really cool to see playing an alternate version of Blade alongside Wesley Snipes. Ooh, it'd be interesting as Blade. I'd be down to see that. Yeah, or they could add... Oh, so it was... Fennec was there when Mando hijacked Pershing's shuttle. And so was Koska, I think. And Kara, I think, as well. Yeah, it's odd that the stormtroopers are rumored. I think they are meant to be pilots, not stormtroopers. I'm looking through the comments on this post, and a lot of people are saying about the A-wing coming with Akbar, which seems odd. Or basically any of the A-wings. If you look through Lego's history, the A-wings always come with either random minifigures or in random sets. And included in that is the brand new throne room that comes with that random A-wing thrown in that attacks the second Death Star. Moff Gideon gives Blade the dark saber. That is a crossover that I would be happy not seeing, because Blade with the Darksaber is mighty dangerous. But there is another set that is rumoured. We've also got the Advent Calendar as well for this year that's set to include a few Mando peeps. Let's see if I can find it. It's Mando in a holiday costume, not the scarf. Like I said, that was a very bad Mando holiday costume figure. I had it on my desk until recently. I decided to throw that one away in storage behind. I didn't bin it. I threw it away in a bin of storage parts. But we're getting a new Christmas Mando and a Christmas Moff Gideon. I should be able to scroll for a bit. Here we go. We have more info. 75456. 150 zloty, which is regular price. It's 30 quid. Probably no surprise. It'll be based on the Mandalorian. Not necessarily movie though. We saw with the shuttle that is rumored to come out, they may be tying in a few other sets. Moff Gideon and Mando in their holiday outfits means that Moff Gideon's new prints are going to be here. New legs, new head, and it's really easy to get your hands on a torso. Same with Mando. Mando's going to come with his new legs, so I no longer need to pick up a Mandalorian. Awesome. A X-Wing pilot. Maybe Scotty Weaver. Maybe Zeb. Imagine. Imagine Zeb in the Advent. That would be nuts. A Jawa, hopefully an off-world Jawa, but probably the Jawa we got in the Land Speeder, an IG-11 droid, plus the new version of Grogu. So we're getting which new version of Grogu? Jawa? X-Wing pilot is an odd one. Could that be Carson Tava? Thoughts? Carson Tava coming to Lego. Is this how we get the leak of Carson Tava? Or is this, because Zeb's the only X-Wing pilot we've got. Zeb comes in this set, and we have no other X-Wing pilots. We've got a buildable Grogu and an AT-RT, a Lambda shuttle with possibly Imperial pilots. There was an X-Wing rumoured for this year, the Microfighter Luke X-Wing. That has been pushed back to next year. We have Luke's X-Wing. I mean, they could include X-Wing Luke, but Luke's X-Wing minifigure in the Smart Play compatible sets isn't a regular minifigure. So I think Zeb at the minute is the run-up to be included in the Advent, or they could give Zeb's torso and legs. Oh, not with dual molded arms and legs. They couldn't give them to any other characters. Too unique. They could do a Christmas Darksaber as well, because Morgan Elsbeth from Ahsoka had the Darksaber piece in green. Yeah, red hilt with the Darksaber would look perfect. If they don't do that now, Lego, we are holding you to the highest of high standards. Carson Tava X-Wing would go so hard. I think there was a third X-Wing rumoured, but it was shut down for something else, and I can't remember what else it was shut down for. Looking at the other leaks for this year, I did have a list. So we've got an unknown set around $50. No, $50. 451. 447. I think these are too low. 446, 444. Where's 445? Is that the Lambda? Or is that another set? 459 is the Imperial shuttle. Wow. Maybe they're all Mando sets. Smart Play has OT. We've got a Sandcrawler. That could be Mando based. 8080, bet on it, it's Mando based. There is a Boba Fett set coming out. They could try and tie that into Boba Fett or Mando series. I think that's an 18 plus set though. And that feels, no, that's 455. And then an X-Wing. Lego have an excuse for £20 microfighters. Do they? £20 microfighters? Hold on. Let's not give them too much here. Oh, unless they do two again. Mando's Razor Crest versus like the Imperial shuttle. Give us Mando, give us Moff on the Imperial shuttle, or Pershing. If Pershing doesn't have arm printing, like the clone, I have unlimited minifigures on this desk. I need to clean it. If we don't get arm printing on Pershing, I'm not even considering that set. If we do not get arm printing Pershing, expect to see some of these figures in the magazine as well. If microfighters include a Smart Play compatible minifigure, then they include a compatible place for the Smart Brick to go. And not only will the price go up, but the standard value go down. Archer, you are reading my mind, just like the X-Wing video. I will, for anyone that hasn't seen it, I will link it in chat, because I tend to link videos as opposed to re-going over it, because it's easier to watch what I think initially. Oh wow, I post a lot. I post a lot of videos. Only a couple of weeks ago. Here we go. All right. This video in chat is the Smart Brick. Is the Smart Brick microfighter that I want to see Lego release next year. This was originally when the X-Wing was rumored for later this year, I think. They got it muddled up with a new one, but Smart Brick X-Wing microfighter, as soon as the actual Smart Play X-Wing retires, I think Lego should launch this. It'd be a waste if they don't. Next year's X-Wing microfighter is rumored to be Luke as well. Maybe though, maybe it is a Luke X-Wing to tie in with Mando. Maybe it's similar to the Grogu set in January. That's a 4+ set. Maybe we get a bit of the planet that they train on. They could give us Luke. They could put Ahsoka back on the market. Maybe give us new robes for each. Or they could give us Carson Tava and a droid. Maybe Luke, R2, Carson Tava, their droid. Or the best X-Wing set that for its price, it's looking to be a 60 quid set. So in a month, it will be £40. £40 X-Wing that comes with Carson Tava, a droid, Trapper Wolf, another droid. I'm buying that as soon as it's on sale. That would be a crazy good set to include Carson Tava, who fans have been asking for since they showed up on screen, and they probably will be showing up in The Mandalorian. I don't think that's confirmed though, so no sets on that yet. And I don't think Hoth was really confirmed, but they keep hinting at it. Can't wait to get the descriptions for these sets. That would be good. Does it have the bad open back for the Smart Brick? Good thing with a microfighter is you can just whack it on underneath or on the back of it, and I don't think it changes too much. Or yeah, you could get rid of the droid section and whack it on there. That would be a good one. Like the F1 movie car, X-Wing microfighter with a Luke's head as a spare piece to swap out if you want Luke. Leave it off for a standard. Maybe have a CMF of just X-Wings with different pilot heads, because we already have the costumes. Most of them are the same. Orange, blue, dark orange. They're shades of orange and blue. Some of them like blacks and reds, depending how early you go. And like the stolen Imperial gear mostly. But they're orange and blue suits we've already got a load of times through Rogue One, through the sequels. And they're not really available anymore. But for collectors, which is who this would be aimed at, you'd get the heads of so many other characters. Green for the A-Wing, good shout. Yeah, I always forget about the A-Wing. Oops. Considering how much I love the A-Wing. So we have a few more Mando sets in the lineup, which is nice. And yeah, I think original trilogy is sort of being stepped away. Oh, the Anzellan Starship. Don't let me forget that. That's like that's another 60 quid set, isn't it? See, now that I've picked up the V19, built the mech, grabbed the figures, I quite like the £60 sets. That's the sweet spot. Down to £40 within a few months. Mando movie might be bigger than an old Clone Wars build or something like that. The Sandcrawler is meant to be a couple hundred. Ooh, maybe 180 or something like that. 180 quid, $200. So we've seen the Razor Crest, we've seen Grogu. I will say, a month ago, there was no solid rumor on this AT-RT. It has kind of come out. I know people were saying, oh, we'll get another one. It will be 45 quid, same as the battle pack. But I'm looking through all these lists that I've made, and no rumors or anything. It's interesting with Grogu getting the new mold that R2-D2 has got a new mold. Oh, I keep switching to Simba. Yes, we built Simba. I think I'm gonna save the motor build for another day and wrap up in a few minutes. But we've got the new Grogu build that has exclusive print into this set at the minute. Oh no, it doesn't, because it's in the other Grogu. Oh, good point. Yeah, they're coming out at the same time. And this Grogu is exclusive. Probably the version that will come in the advent calendar, though, given that it's themed around season 2. So we won't get the old Mando suit either. Can't wait to see the Christmas versions of the minifigures, though. That sounds super exciting. Yeah, cannot wait to see that. 4 large pick-a-brick cups on eBay for 15 quid. What, just the cups? Not a bad price. They're really good for storing certain pieces. Probably a pain to store. When I say Grogu, it makes you think of Bro Goo Goo. Oh, Grogu. Oh, Brogu. Brogu. I think we just refer to Grogu as Brogu now. Brogu is like the gym macho version of it, the meme version of Grogu. Oh, that I'd love to see. Yeah, no more rumors though for the end of the year. So I look forward to seeing what will be. I forgot Simba was still up. I look forward to seeing what will be coming out of this. The Razor Crest looks solid. Can't wait to build that. I will be using the cockpit from the original. Have to get some little decal for that. Not a fan of the buildable characters. I got R2. Might build another one. Might not if I've got a bit of time. And the AT-RT, I think that's easy to get out of the way. I will be building a few of these if they come out March 1st. Oh, I wanted to build the UCS set this year, but I've thought of a really good idea about N1s that I want to do sooner. So if we don't end up doing the UCS set, maybe this is the way. This is the start. This is the way. This is the way we go. Or better yet, we just do first 4 streams with all the new sets. We build the whole wave. Why not? I want to build the whole March wave. I really, really want to see them side by side. Don't like the new mold or buildable Grogu. The new mold's weird. It's weird. There's a similar thing with Grogu actually. If you like the first Grogu, if you don't like any of the buildable characters, you're in the same boat as me. I think Grogu looks cool, but I won't be picking it up. No chance. But if you like the old Grogu, you're either going to love it or hate it. There's no middle ground with this. There's no meh. You got to be one side of the fence. And with a new mold, it's weird for Star Wars. Let's leave it on this note. Tell you what, I should have a poll. I'm going to whack a poll on the community asking if you like the new mold for Grogu or not. Go check that out. If I set that up now, I can leave it linked on the stream. Let me do that before we end it. But the battle droids are all the same. Minifit. Star Wars is known for, whether you love it, whether you hate it, all being the same. All being the same. All being the same. Never changing. Chewbacca's mold has a few updates, but the basis of it has been the same. Grogu to change is... it's just weird, isn't it? For Grogu to change so much. That's a completely different torso. Like, It's not similar, nowhere near. It's weird. It's weirded me out. Hopefully I'm not freezing the stream by taking these screenshots. There'll be a poll over in the community. I think both these Grogus count as different versions. I wonder if there's any like knockoff custom Grogus that have been more similar to that, what we've just seen, as opposed to the old Lego style. Because I did like the baby Grogu. It did work for Grogu, I think. The new one looks like the animated Grogu. Animated Grogu short. Let's see if I can bring it up. Oh, here we go. Yes, this is a thumbnail from one of the Lego shorts. This is the Grogu I mean. This is it. Wait, didn't kill the stream. 3PO and R2, the droids were cool. Yeah, so this buildable Grogu as well isn't even part of that theme, because this Grogu's too big. So this Grogu isn't going to line up to the rest of them. But this is what the new Grogu looks like. And I appreciate it for that, for the commitment. But I do think that is going to be the reason that most people don't like it. The first time I saw this Grogu, I thought this was cursed as hell, I guess. I guess. Hell seems pretty cursed for those that believe it. And yeah, it'll be interesting to find out which Grogu is your favorite. There we go. Which Grogu is your favorite? The original, the how do we distinguish? Grogu. Grogu is getting a stamp. Animated version, I'm gonna call it. There we go. And then I'll drop the link in stream before I end. Can I link polls? Yeah, they do have a link. Here you go. Speedy Gonzalez link, that was. And we'll check back on that link at some point. At some point I will see how it's going. But I think I'm going to predict it here. I think the OG is going to get the most votes now. No one has the others in hand. Not even LAN members have these sets in hand yet. So it's probably... it's going to be close because the animated version objectively looks the best. It depends who YouTube pushes this out to. Except for the hands. Yeah, the hands just have the little cuts out of them. I don't know why they've put the cuts. Don't know. Need an update to the channel profile picture soonish. Not for our channel. I'm keeping my stud head. Anyway, that is all we've got time for today. I've seen the most cursed Grogu. That's all we've got time for today. I should have put that on the poll. Baby Grogu does not need to exist. Get out of here. No, thank you. Thank you so much for watching. Stay tuned. We are going to be streaming Friday. Friday will be the next one. That'll be up in a jiffy so that you can bookmark that, set your reminder, and YouTube will not notify you because screw that. That's effort. Until then, thank you so much for watching, and may the bricks be with you always.